Um, yes, look, I think this book is going to get me into a lot of trouble. But it's a book I had to write. I think what I've said has to be said. And I'm sure a lot of people will see my reasoning. There is a growing conflict between wildlife and the people living in Africa. But the people who live among the animals, the people who live among man-eating lions and marauding elephants, get no benefit, they get no revenue from it. It should trickle down to them, you would think, but in Africa things tend to trickle upwards. The people of Africa, the rural dwellers of Africa, are definitely going against wildlife. They resent the game reserves. They don't go into game reserves. They see rich tourists going in. Well, let me explain. Kruger Park, they found about 12 kilometres of fence missing, very expensive fencing, anti-elephant fencing, missing. And they found a little village nearby which had rebuilt that fence around the village, around their stock. And they were, in fact, roasting the carcass of a lion. And one can't blame them. They were getting no real benefit. 200 or 300 people a year are eaten by lion in southern Tanzania. And no matter how civilized we are, we still have this inherited memory of man-eating lions and leopards. Look at the Book of Common Prayer. Let me just read to you these passages from it. O God, break their teeth in their mouths. Pull the fangs of the young lions, O Lord. O Lord my God, I take refuge in you. Save and deliver me from all who pursue me, lest like a lion they tear me to pieces. And so on. Save me from the lion's mouth is probably the most poignant. Looking at the general view of wildlife among rural Africans, it's known as nyama, which is food. To make sure that those living around game reserves and national parks, in fact living among wildlife, they see it as an asset and not as a threat.